My name's Andrew, and last week, me and my business partner Blake bought the cheapest quadplex in our city. We purchased a 2,500 square foot quadplex for $100,000. And of course, at that price, there's bound to be some problems.
We do have a squatter problem.
Join us in this series as we take this dilapidated building, remodel it from the ground up, and turn it into a cash flowing property. So like any property we buy, the first thing we do is take our walkthrough. We had to find what we're gonna keep, what we're gonna get rid of. Like these cabinets here, they were no good. They're gonna have to come out. We went through each unit with a spray marker. We marked out our kitchen, where our sink's gonna be, our fridge is gonna be, the plugs for those items, as well as the drains, just to give ourselves and the construction crews a general idea of where everything's gonna lay out. Here was our initial walkthrough with the framers. We had a lot of windows to take out, as well as replacing a lot of siding. His number came in a little high, but at the end of the day, him and Blake negotiated and came down to a good deal. And the same goes for our electricians. We like to walk through with all our trades, so we're on the same page. Just helps avoid miscommunication, and it gives you the perfect time to crunch out any questions or concerns any of the trades or us may have with the plans.
First day of work on the job. Well, actually, the guy's been leveling the house the last couple days, but first day of visible work. Windows are going in, framing's going in, all the demos complete. Kind of a little bit of a zoo here, but it'll all make sense in the end once it's closed up.
Our demo crews and our framers showed up first thing in the morning and started getting after it. The demo guys were inside pulling out all the cabinets, any trash that was in the building, and they started putting it out back because we didn't have our dumpster just yet. At the same time, the framers started pulling out all the old windows. We have over 20 windows to pull in this building.
Right now we're in unit 2. We have 3 1-bed, 1-baths, and then the back unit 4 is a 2-bed, 1-bath. So pretty big property here. We got holes cut everywhere because there wasn't much access underneath in the crawl space. So the foundation crew cut holes to be able to jack it up, get it all leveled. Plumbing's already started going in the other day. Windows are going in, rocking and rolling, as we like to say. Everything up to code because we're gonna get an inspection here. No strike team on this one. But yeah, they're all pretty similar setups. Tiled bathrooms, that'll all stay. Just all new plumbing is gonna get replaced everywhere. Some doorways are getting moved. We're adding washer hookups in all the units. Just small things that'll add value in the long run. These tenants that are gonna be coming in here, they may not want a washer and dryer in their unit, but we're gonna have it here for resale value. Everything has a washer dryer hookup, so. Small things to add big value.
All this flooring was, I don't know if y'all remember from the last video, but it was all buckled up. Nasty as hell. Looks like they put the floor joist on the old porch when they did the addition. So it's really not much room for the guys to get in there and level it. Like Blake said, they had to cut a lot of openings, but they got it under there, they got it done. So it's level as it's probably gonna get. It's where we need it. This is the prime example of a value add property. I mean, this is stuff that no one else wants to touch, but we're not afraid of it. It looks like crap, but you know, I do appreciate some of these architectural or design touches that they did, you know, the butterflies, but that one's gone out of style, I guess, I don't know. But we're gonna come in with sheetrock, make this thing look pretty, come down with laminate flooring, make it look pretty. And like Blake said, we're gonna add a couple washer dryer boxes, add some value there. We did buy the property, we just closed on it. Last week, we bought it for $105,000. That's 4 units for $105,000. You tell me where you can find 4 units with a nice roof. You know, it's not very nice inside, but it has all the bones that are there. Like the realtors love to say, it's got great bones. We did buy it for $100,000. 4 units, do the math, $25,000 a unit. So when we're done with it, this thing should be worth at least $110,000 a unit. So we do have a squatter problem. Blake got here early this morning.
And he found a bunch of squatter trash on our front porch and the neighboring building's front porch, as well as on our back porch. He actually found a guy sleeping. He woke him up, told him to leave, and he finally got out of there. So now that we have construction going, hopefully that kind of slows down.
Whenever you buy properties in areas like this, you run into problems like this. Unfortunately and fortunately, the corner lot helps us but hurts us. Everyone loves a nice big corner lot. We're on a main thoroughway to get into town, get to work for our tenants and things like that. We got a great, nice, big space behind us. But that also comes with some foot traffic, some undesirable, neighbors that are walking through your yard, sleeping in your yard, and that's a problem. So.
And it's just a lot of eyes coming by. Like we just had a guy walk up right into the job site asking for work, and lots of eyes laying eyes on our material.
He wasn't wearing a suit when he asked for a job.
Like I said, now that we have foot traffic, usually that runs them off, but you gotta stay vigilant about your tools, your materials on job sites like this. And in perfect timing, our dumpster showed up so we can get rid of all the homeless people's trash. So they did bring in the dumpster and rolled it off in the back.
If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know we started with a duplex, and it's always been our goal to move up to the next, kind of doubling each time. So we started with a duplex, we did a flip, and now we're moving on to a quadplex, and we got another project coming soon, so stay tuned. This is our first time doing a building that is over 2,000 square foot. This is about 2,500 square foot. So the normal dumpster that we do on our jobs wasn't gonna cut it. We had cabinets in each unit. What else did we demo?
Just a lot of trash.
Trash.
The windows.
Windows. Some of this siding that's coming off.
A lot of the vinyl siding.
So we went ahead and got a big old 50-yarder.
40.
Oh, we got a big old 40-yarder.
Shout out RDS Dumpsters.
Yep, Reen Dumpster Service. If you're in San Antonio, hit them up.
Pero la ventana está un poco customizada. ¿Cómo se dice? Customized. Está como...
So today is day 2 of the build. Even though we're experiencing some pretty crazy rainfall today, work is still getting after it. As you can see, we got some puddles out here. Luckily, it stopped, but I think we got like 14 inches down the road, just outside of town. So, and it's supposed to be pretty bad tonight. So we're gonna get everything buttoned up. As you can see behind me, yesterday they were able to get all the windows on this side of the house taken care of. Since it was raining this morning, they're inside doing some framing. It looks like they'll be done with pretty much all the interior framing. We just had to close a couple doorways, open a couple doorways, frame in a couple closets for washer dryers, things like that. Blake found us a great deal on some siding that we'll be going over the bottom half of the house with here. They got it all delivered inside. It looks great. And as you can tell, we've already almost filled up this dumpster in one day of work. So we got all the big items out, all the kitchen cabinets are out, but there's gonna be a lot more trash. So we'll probably have this thing loaded up, hauled off, and brought back for more.
Buy a quadplex for less than $50 a square foot.
Yeah.
And make it worth $150.
So if you are interested in getting into real estate and you've been watching some videos and things like that, the deal is made. Your money is made when you buy the property. It's all about your underwriting, making sure that you can get the rents that you expect, so the value of the property will be what you expect in the end. We were blessed and able to buy this property at the right price. If you are looking to get in real estate, I always recommend finding value add properties. You can go ahead and buy a duplex. There's a couple for sale around here that have already been fixed up. They already have tenants in it. How much money are you really gonna make at the end of that? You're gonna pay a premium for that. You're gonna walk into this investment and not have to do any work other than manage your tenants. The upside potential, if you're willing to get a little sweaty, get a little dirty, the upside potential on a property like this, I mean, it can be 4 times, 5 times something that's already finished. So
Little risk involved, but hey, scary money don't make money.
Start in your lane, start small. That's what we did. We didn't start by buying a quadplex, and if you're buying them this cheap, your risk kind of goes down. But there's a risk involved in every real estate transaction. Watch our first video. It was rough, it was dirty, it was like this, and it did well for us.
And we've learned a lot along the way, not just building, not just renters, not just city, but just everything across the board. Where to get our material, our trades. You know, Andrew's a numbers guy, but it's helped him tremendously on putting value on what we can get for units. So when he's underwriting the deals, it's all, you know, the knowledge is probably the biggest gain we've had. The money's nice, all that's nice, but the knowledge to make it easier is what's really been the biggest attribute to this whole process. So
if you've never underwrote a real estate property and you're trying to find one that's good to buy and you want to know, okay, but if I do fix it up, how much is it going to be worth? I'll be honest with you right now, in rentals, at the end of the day, it's all what you can get in rent. That's the only thing in multifamily investing that determines the value of a property, other than maybe certain areas where it's at. Sometimes, you know, certain areas are just going to be more valuable than others. The monthly rent roll is what determines the value of your property. In the market that we're in, you know, the kind of the general rule of thumb is the value of your property is going to be 100 times your monthly rent roll, right? So if we get 4 units here and each unit gets $1,000 in rent, multiply that by 100, you have $4,000 in rent. That makes the value of your property about $400,000. Now, it may be worth a little more than that. It may be worth a little less than that, depending on other factors, but that's your general rule of thumb. We bought this thing for $105,000. We're gonna put in about $125,000. That's gonna put our all-in cost somewhere around $230,000, maybe a little more after real estate fees, things like that. But that just kind of shows you the amount of equity that you can build in for yourself just by getting sweaty, getting dirty, and you know, finding 4 good tenants to move in here at the end of the day.
this one's gonna be a bigger return, but it's a bigger risk, bigger property, more square footage. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment the house color, let us know.